This is Jordan-Hare Stadium, one of the most passionate environments in all of college football. 87,000 ready to rock and perhaps help create some magic in a place that's seen so much of it over the years. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 10th-ranked team, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop to the offense pinned back. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think they're going to run, maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Second down, we're going to throw it. The pocket breaking down. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Just complete domination here by this Auburn defensive lineman, able to come up with that sack. And just think about it over the years since you and I have been doing college football. Going way back to guys that Auburn's had like Andre Bruce, such an electrifying pass rusher off the edge. Tracy Rocker more from the inside. Nick Fairley, another guy that could dominate. Boy, Auburn's had some great ones.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The Hurricanes have 1st and 10 here. They're going to run it. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. And he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Good job up front by this offensive line and good hard running for this Miami Hurricane back. He's doing everything he can to live up to the long legacy that the Canes have with this running back position.
And the Canes are going to keep this drive rolling. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Chris Heinstein obviously is 2020, but after a really successful run on the previous play, maybe they should have gone back to the well for another run instead of this pass.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. Looking to scramble. There's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
I love how this quarterback, Chris, is able to keep this play alive by scrambling away from that pressure, getting to his left, buying some time, just unable to connect it to his receiver downfield.
Quick throw to his receiver. He's got it for a big gain. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
Well, the script from the offensive coordinator works perfectly here to get this game started for this offense. Great job of mixing up a lot of different looks to get a read and a gauge of what this defense is up to today. And you're able to put 6 points up on the board. Great start.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Takes the handoff. It's Thompson. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice game.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Ball handed off. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Chris, just think of the list of Auburn running backs. I mean, you see this guy pick up a first down, and you're starting to see a little bit of Bo Jackson in it. Maybe a combo. Remember those days of Cadillac Williams and Ronnie Brown when they were in that backfield? Trey Mason. Boy, so many great backs that Auburn has enjoyed, and this guy's looking good.
They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid game.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Incompletion makes it 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. He's got some room and some blockers here. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
First down, looking to throw the ball. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Handoff here from the shotgun. Can he reach the end zone? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Miami, 14, Auburn, 0.
And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Here's the handoff. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? From the shotgun, handoff inside. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Now, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looking to make a big play downfield. And it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. What in the world was going on the defensive side of that?
Wow, what was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
Make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. And they've got the returner corralled. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Defense is coming after him. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
A risky call here, close to their own goal line. They're lucky they did not give up a safety in 2 points.
Crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Trying to extend the play. And they heave it deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown for the U.
Well, that's why this wide receiver is one of the best in the country. Makes a routine catch, and look what he does with it. He takes it almost a length of the field for a touchdown.
And the extra point goes up and good. Kickoff fielded inside the 20. And he's brought down after a decent return out of the 31. And the Auburn offense back out on the field. Last drive, the passing game, very effective, moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. The sure hands, it's Fairchild. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
You know, not a lot of room there for the quarterback to operate, but he shows you the accuracy to be able to make that throw and get some yards.
Gives it to the back. He shreds the tackle. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Time for one more play here in the quarter. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And they score, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's find out if this one's going to count.
Miami, 21, Auburn, 7.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. They'll run it here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there. They attack the deep middle of this defense, Kirk, come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. Because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Here's the option play. Pitches to the back. They've got him behind the line. The option fools no one.
Well, Chris, we're still here in the first half, but you got to wonder after that stop there on 3rd down. Now we got a 4th down situation, and now you're in the red zone. I wonder, you want to take the 3 points the easy way, or do you roll the dice and try to take a chance and try to come up with a touchdown?
The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And that's good for a 1st down near the 40. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Handing off on the draw play. Gets into space at the 50. An explosive play. Big gain. Spotted down near the 37.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator. Perfect time to be able to go with this draw. The defense is expecting a pass. They're dropping out into coverage. The back's able to get that ball underneath and pick up some big yards.
They'll test the right side here. Finding some room at the 25. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Gets rid of it on the move. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Finally get him way down at the 2. Nice pitch and catch.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Miami.
What a call with a play action down inside the 5-yard line. Completely froze the defense. Their eyes are in the backfield, locked in on the quarterback. They lost focus on where he might be throwing the football. Made it an easy read for the quarterback and a touchdown.
And he knocks through the PAT. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field now. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? And he's going to rifle this one deep to the left side. And the deep shot falls incomplete. But wait, there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. 2nd down after that previous play. They'll run it to the right side. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Caught over the middle. It's Simmons. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the 1st down marker.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
They'll kick it away here. He'll field the punt. And the returner will be brought down. And the Miami offense is back on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum, and the defense can make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark. See if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
Running out of time in the pocket. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
This is one of the beauties of rushing 3 and dropping 8. The quarterback sits back there and has to find an open receiver. And you've got 8 men in coverage. The quarterback holds the ball and holds the ball and holds the ball. And eventually, even with just 3, eventually they get home and affect him.
The Canes with 1st and 10 here. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Tried to squeeze one in there, but it's incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They're going to run the option. Pitch play to the back. The pickup is 6 yards, so 3rd down and 4 now.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Fires it to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
1st and goal now, a chance to claim even more momentum before the halftime break. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain.
This defense is spread out all over the field, trying to be able to make plays in space. That is a key. Good job of tackling and keeping out of the end zone.
Great job of the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Touchdown, Canes. This offense is still clicking.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there.
And your Auburn Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Lets it go. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Fairchild. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And here comes a deep shot. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, it's an incompletion here, and I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And now another deep ball here. Catch made down inside the 25. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. This time enough for one more play in the half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. There's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and a chance at an interception in the end zone. Could not quite hold on to the ball. It's going to be second down. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. He was successful with his first try. This one from 39 yards out. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. Meta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Canes will kick this away to get the second half going. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Looking for the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That's reeled in. It's Thompson. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but you have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now fourth down.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
So here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. They're going to run it here. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
They'll hand it off. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
He's got some room. Can he get there? Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Touchdown, Hurricanes. And this one is getting ugly.
Chris, you think this guy, when he went to bed last night at the team hotel, thought he would score not 1, not 2, but 3 rushing touchdowns in one game? What a day.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Set to kick this one away.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there.
And your Auburn Tigers will take over. First and 10.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the tailback's got it again. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Brings up second down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The back's got it. That picks up a first down. They'll spot it at the 39.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
They stop him, but it's a first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Caught quickly.
Great execution on the RPO. Quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind it for some great yards.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. There's the handoff. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Well, the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Brings up third down. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Miami 42, Auburn 13.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Rifles this football to the left. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And a nice first down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
The Hurricanes will try to keep this drive